Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest and the number one wrestling talk show in the whole entire world. This is Ringside With Gio to bring you your Tuesday night SmackDown live review. We have a lot of things to cover today. This was a thumbs up show. I was very entertained. I was very intrigued with what was going on. But before I do that, I got to cover two quick things. Number one, all these stars in my room that a lot of people asked me about yesterday. This is where I used to sleep when I was a baby. But as you can see, I'm grown up now, and this is where I do my studying or I do this. Also, one of my buddies, he wanted me to do something for him, so shout out Nick. He wants to see my elbows. He loves when I use my elbows because I'm a very energetic person. And since I'm getting off track, let me get back on this now. So, SmackDown Live started off with, got my notes right here. So, opening segment consisted of Randy Orton coming out. He said what he did last night on Monday Night Raw to Kofi Kingston was because this is funny. He said because Kofi Kingston is stupid. So basically he attacked Xavier. Well, they broke Xavier Woods' knees because Kofi Kingston's stupid. He RKO'd Biggie Langston because Kofi Kingston's stupid. He RKO'd Kofi Kingston twice because Kofi Kingston's stupid. So guess Randy Orton was straight to the point about that one. And as you know, when he's talking, the New Day's music hits, and he's expecting Kofi Kingston to come, down the ramp. I as soon as I said, I knew what was gonna happen already. Kofi Kingston comes from behind, hits him with a Trouble in Paradise, gets a steel chair, puts it in between his legs, gets on the top rope like if he's about to break his knees again. But then the Revival come out. Now, one thing I've never understood about wrestling is if you see that they're coming, why don't you just still jump and execute the move? It's like, why do they suddenly pause you? Like, Kofi Kingston would have looked so great if he just still jumped, broke the guy's knees, and then he sees the Revival coming and he's ready to fight. So the numbers didn't get to him this time. Randy Orton was able to escape when they were coming in, but Kofi Kingston got the steel chair, hit them both with the steel chair, and that's what that segment consisted of. Next up on SmackDown Live was backstage. So Shane McMahon was in the back, and he had Kevin Owens called in into his office. KO says he's not here to make things worse. Shane asks what's on Owens' mind. So KO says that he's pissed about the $100,000 fine, so he's not happy about it, that he has kids, and that this has been on his mind all day. And he basically told Shane, look, father to father, I know, let's try to take this off, this fine, maybe try to reduce it. And Shane says that he'll take it under consideration. Next off was, by the way, about that. So, KO is basically using his heel-like tactics and this babyface role that he's portraying right now. And he's going to be using it against Shane McMahon. You could tell what he's doing it for. And, yeah, he's gonna be using it against Shane McMahon. Eventually, he's gonna, he's giving Shane McMahon this feel that, hey, look, you can trust me. Put the beef behind us. Let's get to the point, man. Let's get to the point. Let's just fix this already. Lift the fine. All's gonna be good. And you can see that didn't really work out for Kevin Owens tonight, but eventually it probably will, knowing WWE. So next off was Andrade with, of course, Selena Vega ringside versus Apollo Crews. This was going to be the first match of the King of the Ring tournament for SmackDown Live on part of their side. So the biggest idiot of the night goes to Apollo Crews. So Apollo Crews, this is every time with Apollo Crews. This guy's in the match versus Andrade, gets distracted once. He should know that Selena's gonna try to interfere in this match. They're heels. That's what they do. It's common sense. So he sees that she's there. She distracts him. So his idiot self sees her, turns back around, and of course comes a hammerlock DDT. 1, 2, 3. Game over. Andrade around to the next round. I did have Andrade winning. It was the right thing to do. But Apollo Crews should be sent back to NXT, because if you're not just going to use this guy right, it's been like this for years already, just send him down to NXT. Look what they're doing with Tyler Breeze right now on Fandango. It's working out perfectly. So Apollo Crews loses once again for the millionth time in a row, and he gets sent back to catering. I hope he enjoys the food that's there. Sayonara. Now, next thing was about another backstage segment here with Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. So they bring like this masked man, like not a masked man, they put a towel over the guy's head, somebody with him into a room, and they're saying that this is the guy that attacked Roman Reigns, mysteriously attacked Roman Reigns. And that was just a quick, easy segment. And then also after that was another backstage segment with Elias. This was another filler thing. It's a 2-hour show, but it was just thrown in there. And Elias was walking with his guitar with the 24/7 championship around his waist. And he sees somebody next to him, like dressed up, like they were like undercover or something like that. And he knows automatically. He's like, all right, where is he? Like, he's like, where's Drake? He sees the referee. He's like, take this all off. He sees the referee. The referee's like, damn it, he got me. And he opens like some crate, and Drake Maverick was literally hiding in there. He grabs Drake Maverick by the throat, and he's like, read this paper. And it just basically says how the 24/7 championship rules have been suspended for the night, so Elias could focus on his match against Kevin Owens. Okay? And if anything, that makes the show better. So next is a moment of Bliss. So Bliss comes out. Bliss says that just because she and Nikki Cross are champions, they will welcome the less fortunate on their show. Alexa says that Charlotte Flair, her guest tonight, asked for the appearance. So Charlotte says that the King of the Ring chair is more her style, and that Trish Stratus then didn't pass on the torch because Charlotte was already the face of the women's division. And I could argue that. And Charlotte basically just says how nobody was talking about Bayley's match at SummerSlam against Ember Moon, and how she should be, SmackDown Women's Champion. Same old. How Charlotte's always on the red carpet, always in movies, always on the talk shows, and Bayley is never on. And Bayley comes out and says that like, all that stuff that she's saying is basically just excuses, and that Bayley doesn't care about all that, and that she's saying like, if this is a challenge, I accept. And then she gives Charlotte a cheap shot. Charlotte's on the floor looking like a 4-year-old baby that is infuriated because he didn't get what he wanted. And Charlotte is pretty pissed off after that. So I'm guessing they're going to be fighting at Clash of the Champions. Charlotte's probably going to win. As soon as you think Bayley's gaining momentum, just goes right back down. So next here was the backstage with Roman Reigns. So he comes in the locker room and he sees Buddy Murphy. And I'm actually really happy that they did this because they're continuing the storyline. They're continuing about like what happened last week, and it just flows nicely. I wasn't sure if they were going to do this. It makes sense to, and they did it. So they got the job done with that. So Roman Reigns comes to the locker room and he tells Buddy Murphy, he's like, look, are you lying or not? Was it Rowan? Now you're saying last week that it wasn't Eric Rowan that attacked me. And Buddy's like, look, man, I swear, I'm pretty sure I saw Rowan. And Roman Reigns is like, look, if it wasn't you, if you're lying, if I find out you're lying, I'm going to kick your butt. He tells him, can't say the other word, PG channel. And Daniel Bryan with, after this was the, this was my favorite part of the whole entire show. I'll tell you now why. So Daniel Bryan with Rowan, of course, ringside versus Buddy Murphy. So before the match, Daniel Bryan gets on the mic and asks Murphy, and asks if Murphy is lying again. But they found the culprit of Roman's attacks, and they will reveal it later. So Murphy wins this match with the Murphy's Law, one of the best finishers in the whole entire industry. Buddy Murphy just continues to show why he is one of the best wrestlers in all of WWE. This guy went out there. I don't want to say that they delivered a classic, but it was a great match. It was an eye-opening match. You don't want to miss it. You're gonna have to go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. It is a must-watch. It was a really good match. You're missing out on a lot. And these knees that Buddy Murphy delivers every single time, it is so great. His dives outside of the ring, the guy is so good. I remember seeing his work, in 205 Live, and he's so good. And this is long overdue for him to been called up. But I'm very happy to see Buddy Murphy getting the attention and the wrestling time, with these type of superstars. First, he puts on a classic with Roman. Yeah, I'm going to call that one a classic with Roman Reigns. That's a former world champion. and he put on a great match. And with Daniel Bryan, he put on a really good match as well. He beat Daniel Bryan, and it wasn't a roll-up. It wasn't anything cheap. It was clean, 1, 2, 3. Great for Buddy Murphy. Yeah, I thought actually he was going to lose when Eric Rowan tried to interfere, but WWE's doing a really good job right now with Buddy Murphy, and thank you, Eric Bischoff, thank you. And then after that was a Buddy Murphy interview backstage. I knew as soon as he was talking he was going to get attacked, and which he did by Daniel Bryan and Buddy Murphy. And Daniel Bryan is so funny, just screaming out, "He's a liar! He's a liar! He's a liar!" And he kept on just screaming it at him that not only that he's a coward as well. Rowan hits Murphy with the Iron Claw on one of the travel cases backstage. And Murphy almost got killed by Eric Rowan. This guy's taking a beating almost every week by this guy. Eventually, we're probably going to get a match between Buddy Murphy and Eric Rowan. So next was the Revival versus the Heavy Machinery. So the Revival, we were basically saying how the New Day are cowards. Wilder says that Big E couldn't even bother to show up on SmackDown because he had to help Xavier Woods walk. And, because, so they broke Xavier Woods' knees. And they challenged now the New Day to a match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Sometimes I get confused with this wild card rule. If the Revival are even on SmackDown or Raw, it just throws me off. I'm hearing that it's slowly going to be going away, the wild card rule, which is great news. That is great news because it is so confusing. It's honestly annoying, but it's getting better. And the Revival do win via pinfall. It was kind of like a roll-up type remover. So basically the Heavy Machinery, I actually thought they were going to win because the Revival were kind of beat down already from those chair shots from Kofi Kingston earlier in the match. It was a quick match. I'm kind of not worried for Heavy Machinery because they're a good tag team. They were doing nice work in NXT. But, the more that they just continue to lose these matches, they're not going to be gaining any momentum, any heat. So this isn't really good for them. They lose, but this is great for the Revival. As you know, I'm a big Revival fan. Good for them. They win even with themselves hurt. They're a great tag team. One of the best in the whole entire world. Up there with the Young Bucks, of course. But I would have to say the Young Bucks are the better tag team. The Revival heard that. They would probably want to destroy me. Next was the Chad Gable interview. This wasn't really anything special. He just basically said how he's an underdog. He's been overcoming everything his whole life. How he's ready for the King of the Ring tournament. He doesn't care what Shelton Benjamin's calling him. That people have doubted him his whole life. That his wrestling coach basically never had faith in him or anything like that or hope. And Shelton Benjamin is seen in the background putting aside in the locker room, making fun of Gable's height, basically saying you have to be this tall to enter the King of the Ring tournament. Gable sees it, and he just walks right through. Excuse me. So when Gable sees that, by the way, Gable looked like if he was going to some meeting, if he's some businessman or something like that. The guy was dressed up if he was about to sell a house, a house or something like that. And guess they're changing Chad Gable's look. Guess he's gonna be getting a little bit of a makeover. So after this was the Miz TV segment. This isn't really that entertaining to me, but the Miz's guest was Sami Zayn. Sami says he has to be on because he had something to say. He says that he's fought for what is right and that the path to redemption is through helping other people. He says that there are a lot of people on SmackDown that need his help. Miz asks who. And then Shinsuke Nakamura comes out, and this is where I'm confused. Why have Nakamura and Sami Zayn, team up with each other? On TV, Nakamura was portrayed as a loser at one point until he got the Intercontinental Championship. But Sami Zayn isn't really doing good at all right now. It's getting to a point that, what are you going to do with Sami? Are we going to get this guy a title? This guy still has 0 titles in WWE. Zero. Drake Maverick has won a title before Sami Zayn. Let that sink in. It's not good. And they really got to do good with Sami. They do. This guy has had so much potential. I honestly thought when Daniel Bryan was out with his injury that Sami Zayn was going to be that next Daniel Bryan. But I guess WWE doesn't see that. So yeah, Shane says that he's gonna be talking for Shinsuke. He's basically his translator, but Nakamura doesn't say anything. I guess Sami Zayn could read minds now or something like that. But Miz tries to talk to Nakamura, saying like, "Oh, why are you doing this?" Nakamura sneak attacks Miz with a kick, and just attack the Miz, and Sami Zayn, lay down a beatdown on the Miz. I guess is going to be leading to a Miz versus Nakamura Intercontinental Championship match. Why? This doesn't really... It's not going to be a classic or anything like that. But they really got to start giving more attention to that Intercontinental Championship. It's one of the most prestigious titles in all of wrestling. It has always been. It's been around since day one. And yeah. So after this was backstage. Now we're getting closer to the end of the show. So Kevin Owens' match is going to be coming up. The mystery attacker Roman Reigns is going to be coming up. So next year was... So Shane calls Kevin Owens backstage into his office. Shane says that KO hasn't apologized for putting his hands on a WWE official. So Owen apologizes. He goes for a handshake, but Shane's like, look, we're not there yet. Like, we're not here yet. And Kevin Owens is trying to play around with Shane McMahon around. He's trying to get in his head to make it seem like, hey, look, you could trust me. But when the moment's right, KO, of course, is going to attack Shane McMahon. And that's what Kevin Owens has mostly done throughout his career. As soon as you think you could trust him, he just stabs you right in the back. Just right in the back. And next was this Elias versus Kevin Owens King of the Ring tournament. So this was the second match for the SmackDown part of the side. And this was, I thought Kevin Owens was going to win. But of course, Shane McMahon comes out. Kevin Owens is devastated. He's like, oh, here we go again. He comes out in the middle of the match. He wants to watch ringside, and towards the end of the match, Shane stops KO from going after Elias and reveals that he is now an official in this match. So Kevin Owens is like, this guy looks like he wants to kill Shane McMahon. He's infuriated, and he gets distracted by Shane, goes back in the ring, gets a roll up. Well, before that, he does go in the ring, and Shane goes in as well and tells the referee, no, look, you're gonna go outside. I'm gonna be the referee now. Excuse me, and then Elias wins via pinfall after a roll-up and a Shane fast count. So they quickly cut out of that. I really wish I was given more time. If you're really trying to develop a storyline between, the son of Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Kevin Owens, I feel like they're kind of they're trying to portray Kevin Owens as the next Stone Cold. I don't want to say not the next Stone Cold, but something like him. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this generation Stone Cold, but Kevin Owens does have the support. Fans love him. He gets screwed here. I thought Kevin Owens was going to win, so that's my first match wrong. And Kevin Owens loses. They quickly cut out of that and transition to backstage with Roman Reigns as he walks into the room with Brian Roman and the Mystery Man. So as soon as they lifted this guy's towel over his head, I started dying. I was dying of laughter. So, look. So the guy literally looks like Eric Rowan. They get a guy that looks like Aaron Rowan. Daniel Bryan thinks we were born yesterday. Like he makes it... The way how they portray Daniel Bryan is that he wants it to be like if we were born yesterday. He looks at everybody as idiots. And classic heel. So basically, what's going on through Bryan's and Eric Rowan's head is that, all right, damn it, they got us. Okay? They got us. So let's get somebody that looks like Eric Rowan, to do that. So Bryan pulls a towel off to show a man that looks like Eric Rowan, and Rowan looks confused. Yeah, Rowan was just staring, they were both staring at each other, and I was like, what's the point of this? I don't understand. And Roman Reigns just stares at it, he doesn't attack the guy. He's just confused. So it's kind of a weird way to end the show. It's good that they're ending it with cliffhangers. I like that, because now I want to see what's going to happen next week on SmackDown Live, what's going to transpire. It's good to see that it ended like that, but it was kind of a weird way. I feel like they could have ended it off better. I'm not really sure how, but this could have been ended off better. So, WWE tweets out, are we seeing double? Because they literally look like twins. Come on, they look like fraternal twins. And that's my SmackDown Live review. I really hope you enjoyed. Please please subscribe, leave a comment. I don't know what you're doing if you haven't subscribed, but you gotta subscribe. Come on now. Come on. So I thought about doing NXT reviews, but instead I'm gonna be doing NXT Takeover reviews. It's kind of too much. So my Raw review, my SmackDown review, And of course, pay-per-views, NXT takeover as well. And tonight's gonna be NXT, and they're also moving to the USA Network. That's good for them. That's good for them. Hopefully, though, this doesn't affect how everything is booked on TV. I hope nothing changes, and hope for the best for NXT. Really do. Really hope this works out. Guess they're trying to compete with AEW. Maybe they're noticing something, how AEW is coming up. And yeah, that's what SmackDown Live consisted of. My Twitter and Instagram is LuckyGio2, LuckyGio2, number 2. That's going to be in the description. Please subscribe, leave a like, comment, share to your friends. Let's get this, baby. Come on. We're doing good. We're doing really good. Good. Not get, good. So, yeah. By the way, this was all in one take. Damn, I'm getting good. I'm getting really good at this. This is just my second episode. Oh, imagine from a month from now how we're going to be. Thank you, everybody. Take care.